Scott, I'm checking to see whether or not you can hear.
I've got you on.
I'm going to mute it.
Check, check. So you can't hear me speak. Check, check. Hello? Hello, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? That's interesting. Scott, can you hear me? Hi,
Mark.
How
are you?
Hello, hello.
Hi, Jay. Welcome.
I can
hear myself, guys. I'm just not sure if you can hear me.
I'm going to enable the sound on the microphone that won't have the feedback. Hello, hello. Hello, Carla. Welcome. Glad to have you with us. I have enabled the sound on my end, and I just want to see whether or not you guys can actually hear. I don't have you muted yet, so there's a little bit of an echo on here, but I just need to know whether or not the sound is enabled. So I don't have us on mute. You guys can speak. That's concerning, because I don't think anyone can actually hear me. Hello, can you hear me now? A little closer in. Let's try this. Can you hear me at this point? A little bit sounder. Hello, hello.
I got you with a real bad echo.
Okay, thanks for letting me know. Let me turn off my other computer.
And I'm on the telephone line. I can't get you on the internet.
Okay. I now turned off the other two venues that I had going, Mark, so I could hear. Let me know if that's any better.
Slight echo.
Slight echo?
Yep.
Let's see if I can move it on this way. Can you hear me better now?
You're still getting feedback.
So am I.
Okay, I've got my phone. And I've got my computer turned off. Does that sound any better, gentlemen?
I think
any better now? So maybe that did it?
Yes.
Okay, great.
That worked.
I had both my iPad and my phone and our computer going, so that's the echo. Awesome. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Good morning.
I am going to show a short video, and I've tested the sound on it. I'm going to put my microphone close as we launch our call today. So if for some reason you can't hear it, please let me know and chime in by chat, okay? Thank you for your help. I'm going to put us on mute at this point because we've got about 6 people in, and I'll greet everyone appropriately. Appreciate all your help, gentlemen. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have some new names on that I haven't seen before. Welcome, Carla. Glad to have you with us. I look forward to following up at the end of this call with you in some way. If you want to share your cell phone number with me, simply use the chat feature. That would be great. And then, of course, Jay's on. Glad to have you. And my ever-present and partner in crime, Mark. Thank you for joining us today. Let's see, I've got Nicole on. Woohoo! Glad to have you, my friend. Nicole France is blowing it up. She has some cool videos to share. And Scott Forrest is on with us. I look forward to getting to know you, Scott, and learning more about your business. We're having a lot of fun with iMobile Innovations, and today we're going to cover IHawk and how you can leverage IHawk exclusively, even if you didn't share it with all the rest of the platforms. I'm going to go into an overview today on what a double opt-in is and what the FCC requires. And then I'm going to tell you how to share it appropriately, some of the techniques and tools that most people haven't been introduced to yet. And then I'm going to blast a message out to those that are on the call. I don't think that I have Carla in here yet, maybe Scott. But I'm just going to show you how to send a message immediately and also a message that you can use for appointment setting. So I've got some cool features already loaded in my IHawk. Tomorrow we're going to talk again about video email. The following day, I believe the schedule calls for us to talk about active Salesforce or maybe digital magnet. I'm sure it's digital magnet that day. And then Thursday we'll talk about active Salesforce and how to leverage all these tools to really blow your vendors up and have them all referring you. And then finally on Friday, I like to and you guys just let me know what you want to see and hear and learn about. This is a great call for you to invite anybody on that's new to iMobile Innovations. It's a good overview, a little deeper for those that are members, but a nice intro. And before we get started, I'd just like to share with everyone a little bit more about me. I'm a 25-year marketing rep out of Tampa, Florida. And I found iMobile Innovations when I was looking for a solution for video email for my clients. And I was pleasantly surprised that it also included the text mobile marketing, which has been great. So my company's been active for the last 5 years, and we're now going national in conjunction with iMobile Innovations, but had spread our wings as far as Miami and Tallahassee prior to their first seminar. So I'm an early adapter, and I learned most of it on my own. And it's been a lot of fun. All my clients have drip campaigns and upsells that are automatically built into our systems. So I get paid commission on all their work pretty easily and comfortably. So I was able to help iMobile Innovations as they launched this modern day business seminar across the country. As you can imagine, it's been amazingly received. And I look forward to them coming back into your city and blowing it up even more. They just did Allentown and Hartford last week. We're going to California again this week. Tacoma, Seattle, Columbus, Dallas, Phoenix, Denver, Orlando, Chicago. They've all been, Columbus, I mentioned them, they've been fantastic. So for all of you that have joined the call today, I'm glad that you have joined this mobile revolution. It is grassroots, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. So on that note, we're at 12:05. I'm going to take this off of my screen now, guys, and so hopefully all of you can hear okay. Before I do that, why don't you use the chat feature, and everybody let me know that you can actually hear. The chat feature is located on that widget that drops down from Join Me, and I just want people to let me know that they can hear okay. Awesome. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Jay. Nicole's good. Perfect. How about our new guest that I don't believe I've met yet? Carla, can you hear okay? Once I take the access code off the screen, we won't be able to dial in very easily. Of course, you can always enable the internet feature, but Carla, can you hear all right? In order to reply back in the chat, you just hit the little chat button up at to the right of the phone. All right, I'm going to keep moving forward. I haven't heard back from her, but rock and roll, guys, right? Time is money. And, of course, we all want to have more time and more money. I'm going to start with a short video. I'm going to leave the chat feature up so you can let me know if you can hear, and I'm going to put my microphone closed, so hopefully everything will work well.
Consumers are truly in control, and if you give them what they want, your business will grow to a level that's never been seen before. It's truly fascinating what's happening. My message to any business owner, any independent contractor, or any sales professional is this. If you don't think you need mobile marketing or digital marketing, watch the rest of this video.
Are you still not convinced? Still not convinced? Still not convinced? iMobile Innovation. Big business solutions, small business prices.
Awesome. I don't know about you guys, but that kid is so cute. I am convinced. How about you? I'm going to type in just in case you guys, because they can't hear me, but I hope that you were able to hear that okay, and I want to make sure that you can hear me because I plugged my headset back into my computer. So before I go on, I just want to make sure everybody's good and they can actually hear me speak. Thanks, Mark. And I do know that we had difficulty with a friend on. Thanks, Jay and Scott. Perfect, Nicole. Nicole, do you think we need to pause and help get your friend on online, or do you think you can guide them through text? Awesome, Carla. Great. Carla's on, everybody, a new guest of ours. And I just want to do a shout out for Nicole. Nicole France has created a really amazing marketing video. And tomorrow when I do video email with her permission, I'm going to show that. Of course, I don't want to do it without her permission. But her video guy created the coolest thing because she's got 2 condos that are right across from a major hospital. And he did that thing that those kids know how to do, where he just made this most amazing video. She sped it up beautifully. They're driving along the street. Even pulls them into the driveway of the condo. It's just super cool. Then she shared it with video email through to like 150 people, or no, 900 people, that's right. And then in addition to that, tomorrow we're going to build a campaign in IHawk, which I'm going to show today, on how she can actually blast it out to all her IHawk people. So it's super awesome. Of course, she's now has this video guy on exclusive rights in her town, and I'm asking her if whether or not there's a way we can leverage his skill set for all the people outside her town, because of course she wants to keep it on lockdown. But I'm working on that for you guys, because it's all about sharing, but it's also about leveraging the opportunity that you have with iMobile Innovations as being an early adapter. So, and an adopter, both. You're adapting to the convergence of communication, but you're also adopting this new cool technology that no one else has. So as much as I want you to share it with everyone, I also recognize, here guys, here I am. This is me, Michelle Grunberg, for Carla that has never met me before. I'm out at the beach here on Anna Marie Island in beautiful Tampa, Florida. And I just think that what we've got here is absolutely stunning. So I look forward to sharing with you this week as much as I can about iMobile Innovations. Of course, you're welcome to text me and call me anytime with questions. But right now, I'm in the video email feature using my camera so that you can see me as I move forward. So, oh, we made Nicole Brulage. Yay! I'm so proud of her. Got to do a shout out to her mom and her grandma the other day. It was cool. I have been, like I said, doing marketing for 25 years. So when I saw these tools, it was a no-brainer for me, as it's a no-brainer for you. Yes, there is a learning curve, but you've got my brain and the ability to pick that brain and come up with creative ideas, and then we'll share them with everyone else. Mark Nagy's on the call, and he did a really cool thing where he created a sign that talks about 0% financing for our veterans and first responders that he's got through the VHA, and that sign is going to include texting as he moves forward. So he put that all together, shot a short video, sent it out to all his realtors. Of course, they're putting that sign in front of their homes, and boom, he's going to get more business naturally. So the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want with this. There are no restrictions other than the FCC asks us to make sure that people opt in to IHawk. So I decided to start with the IHawk today because it is the coolest, newest thing. No one else has it. You guys are the only ones that actually have a text mobile marketing system that you can control yourself. It was built by Pat Fenton and Brian Bailey quite a long time ago. They built a company called Spider Mobile Marketing. It was greatly successful. They sold it to others. And now they've made it into a small business platform called IHawk. They also offer us video email. There's all the training that they've done over the last 35 years in active Salesforce. And then they partnered with a gentleman by the name of Mason Dukacek to handle and teach us all how to do digital magnet. So we're going to cover all those things this week. Next week I'm on vacation. I'll still be available to you, but I'm hoping to be a little more stealth. And tomorrow I will be in Orlando with our good friend Mike Levine and his team. I'm going to be growing their campaigns a little bit, doing some very strategic things. They became Digital Magnet Pro clients of ours. And so I'm going to be driving up to the Orlando market and sharing my knowledge from there. So tomorrow's webinar will also be on the road. All right, so the next thing I'd like to do is get into IHawk, which I already opened. Hopefully you can see me okay. Let's see, it's right here. If anyone has any technical difficulties, just use the chat feature. And we're going to get into my IHawk, which is very robust because I've been using it for the last couple years. So when you go to my contacts, as you can see, I have 7, 8, 9 pages, 171 people in here. This is just one of my multiple accounts. And I don't put a first and last name on everybody in here. I only put those on you guys are all loaded in here. All of our clients are loaded with first and last names. But if they've texted in on their own and I haven't met them yet, I don't put a name until I speak to them, which is really nice. And that kind of helps me as I prospect. Now, what does it mean for them to text in without a name? what does all this mean? I need to start with a bigger picture, and I want to show you what it means to opt in. When we first set up your IHawk, we arranged for your mobile club name, and I always encourage you to use your first and last name because you want to be extremely clear to the user who's communicating with them. So what we're going to do is we're going to, when we save this, we get the MMI message that will automatically come to our users when they text. In my case, IMI Michelle. That is my keyword. I would like it to be called a text word. When they text IMI Michelle to 87804, they get this message that says, thank you for joining Michelle Grunberg. We may send 4 messages per month. Reply help to help, stop to cancel, message and data rates may apply. Why is that important? It's important because the FCC requires us to have a double opt-in before we have permission to communicate with people using their cell phones. Without that, each of those violations is worth $500 to the user. So as you can imagine, the attorneys are going to get a hold of that someday, but you don't need to worry about it because you have IHawk, and IHawk will allow you to automatically manage your contacts. If anyone does type stop, they automatically go into an inactive file and are unsubscribed, similar to an email. But the reason this is 1,000 times more powerful than the email is that we're looking at our phones and we're receiving those texts that are very relevant and timely to what we're doing. If you start sending out texts that are not relevant and aren't timely, you can imagine that the users are going to get tired of that and they very well might type stop to cancel. So your goal is to build your mobile marketing club to as large as you want, segment those groups into really nice categories, and then communicate with them very effectively and very intentionally. So you own this. I also like to point out at this point that as you're sharing iMobile innovations and IHawk with others, you're going to find some people that just don't want you to text, and that's okay. I've done a little independent study, and I found that 8 out of 10 think it's awesome, and they will completely text your keyword to 87804. One of the others won't really know how to text, but somebody around them can help them. And then the 10th person just doesn't want to text, doesn't really care for their smartphone, doesn't want to have anything to do it, and they're my hero because they've gone completely stealth. But in the meantime, I think that the more you share your mobile business card with others and the more you use this texting platform, you're going to absolutely love to be able to send out messages to others. So let me show you how to do that. Anybody have any questions about the FCC double opt-in or using IHawk right now before I get a little bit further in? Anybody want to chat in a question? All right, rock and roll, rock and roll. So this is always available to you if you wanted to demo it to people under your admin. Next thing I always like to show people is these help videos. Chelsea Springer and our corporate team is the one that really taught me how to use IHawk through these videos. And they're short and sweet and to the point, and everything that you could possibly do in our system is here.
How to create a mobile widget.
Started actually playing. I'm going to have today's class be what I call a IHawk 101, and then when I come off vacation in a couple weeks, I'll probably do an IHawk 201 class that will allow you to really leverage these other features that are in IHawk, like the mobile widget, and creating a WAP site and things like that for yourself. So in the meantime, I welcome everyone to watch these tutorials. They are absolutely fantastic. And you want to manage your contacts. This one right here, managing your contacts, I think is priceless. Usually when I share this with others, I let them see this right away and really learn how to subcategorize your contacts in many different ways. Does anybody want to comment on these or questions that they might have? Anything that they've looked at that has been helpful they want to share with the team? Y'all can hear me, right? I could be talking to myself, which is not a good thing. Anybody out there, can you do me a shout out on the texting? Let me know that we're good and you don't have any questions. Yeah, Nicole heard the plane go by. That was actually a beach buggy. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Isn't that how it always works? If we go into a Starbucks, somebody starts grinding coffee, and if I'm holding a webinar, the car got to go by on the beach. All right, cool. All right, let's keep going. The next thing I want to show everyone is the dashboard. I'm just going to go across the top and share all the features that are here. The dashboard comes up when you first open iMobile Innovations, and the calendar in the top left quadrant lets you know of any of the texts that you have scheduled. So when somebody comes on to iMobile Innovations, I send out a text that has a bit of a drip in it, and I have one going out on the 20th that says that I'm glad that you attended our virtual webinar, and just a shout out to all those that attended. And then this morning I sent out a friendly reminder to everyone about the webinar. So this is just a snapshot of the scheduled messages that I have. Over here to the right-hand quadrant, we have the available credits, and we start off with 200 credits per month, 100 for each keyword. I've never even come close to using all mine. Mine are a little bit different because I'm an old adapter, so I have to just keep adding them as I go along. But yours say 200 in this little funnel, and then on the anniversary of when you enrolled is when they put 200 in your account. Some people like to ask me if they roll over, and they don't. Unfortunately, they do not roll over. But, you know, one of the best practices that I've used for my text credits is I just schedule my messages on the 2nd and 4th week of the month on my anniversary of when they're going to come in. And I've never even come close to using mine until I started helping y'all. And then they're adding more in for me. So 200 is plenty to start with. Down here, this is a little click through that allows you to send a quick message. So for instance, I might call this a test, and the message is, hi everyone. And instead of sending it to a keyword, well, I can send it out to IMI Grow, everybody that's on this conference call. We are on the call now. Join us if you can. All right. And then when I send that out, it takes me to a larger calendar that let's see, if I went like this, you'd be able to see all of my messages that I have. Cool. So that kind of gives me an idea of all the different messages that I have. Okay, just got the text. Probably most of you guys did too. I'm going to put you on hold for just 1 second. All right, the next thing is that I want to show you is contacts in my case has gone down a little bit further, but this is just a snapshot of the contacts that I have, and I can easily add a contact here. I could put in a fictitious phone number or a real one, put in my kid. So it's just an easy place that if you were showing somebody your IHawk, you could add and create a contact real quick, add them to a group, friends and family. I might be going too fast. Or assign them to a keyword. I want her to be in my personal, and hit create. And now she's saved in there. So that is the dashboard. Anybody have any questions about that? It comes up automatically when you come into IHawk. Mark Nagy shared with all of you that the training videos are great, and he's probably been through all of them at this point, and I really do recommend that as you get into IHawk and you start playing with this, maybe that's an excellent takeaway for each of you, that sometime in the next 24 hours, since we're talking about IHawk, you get in and watch those training videos because they're just phenomenal, especially the contacts one. All right, the next thing I want to show you is keywords. I wish that this was actually called text words because we work so hard on our search engine optimization, and a keyword in our marketing world is anything that helps people find our website. But in IHawk, there's nothing related to the internet here. other than driving people back to a website or an MLS or a particular page. So I think that the best way to think of a keyword in IHawk is to think of it as the word that is text to initiate a campaign. So we've built campaigns for each of you, and Chris is on as new. We'd love to have her have one also, and I mean Carla, and Chris Penders is on too, so shout out to both of you. As you can see, I have 4 different keywords. Each of them are only $9.95 a piece. If you want to purchase keywords, the button's located right up here. You fill out this information and put your credit card in, and if I were to buy one more, for instance, they're only $9.95. So as I grew with iMobile Innovations, I started off with these 2. Like that, there's the old short code, I see you. I Connect You's my company. iMobile Michelle is my business card for iMobile Innovations. And I've got IMI Grow as the vehicle that we're using for these virtual webinars. When somebody texts IMI Grow to 87804, I define what they see. And so I build a campaign, which will come next, to say exactly what needs to be seen. As you can see here, that some of these are inactive and active. The green light means they're active, and the white light means they're inactive. And then right down here shows how many contacts I have in each of those keywords. If I want to change a keyword, I can use this feature right here. And if I were to, for instance, just type anything in here like, let's put my daughter's name in. We've got somebody coming in that's new. Welcome. Glad to have you with us. If you'd be kind enough to share your name with us, that would be great, or so I can follow up, but it's up to you. These keywords, once you've locked them in, they are yours. As long as you own IHawk and that keyword is active, you have secured it. So if I type in my daughter's name, Natalie, and I check availability, that is open, and I can quickly save it and add it to my mix. It took the place of my ICU one that was inactive because I only have purchased 4 at this time. So any questions about that? This keyword carries forward in the campaign, and anything that you do, when you change it in one place, it changes throughout the entire system, which is just awesome. For the person that's new, I'm Michelle Grunberg. I'm the Brand Partnering Manager for iMobile Innovations. We're glad to have you with us. Hopefully your sound is enabled and you were able to dial in. And we showed a short video about text mobile marketing, and today we're talking about IHawk, which is our text mobile marketing system. Feel free to use the chat feature of Join Me to communicate anytime you want. And I'm just taking us through each one of these buttons along the top so everyone can know what to do and giving you some examples on how you can use it. So look forward to anybody shouting out if they have any questions about keywords. Each one of these, for those of you who have joined the Modern Day Business Seminar, you get 2 keywords. The first one should be your your mobile business card that you're sharing with the entire universe. And your second one should be driving very specific leads. If you're a realtor, it could be a listing. If you're a loan officer, you may be building campaigns for your realtors. And it makes it a really nice way to communicate. All right, the next thing I want to show you is a campaign. So when I go to Manage Campaigns, you can see some of the campaigns that I've built automatically pop up. To create a new campaign, we click this button here. And I'm going to show you the one I made for iMobile Innovations Grow. Grow IMI is the keyword. So this is what a campaign looks like. You can have as many campaigns as you want. You make them active or inactive using this feature right here. So I call it Grow iMobile Innovations. The keyword is IMI Grow. That's what somebody texts to receive this campaign. I put all of these leads into a group called Partner Referrals because I've sent this out to the people that already had iMobile Innovations. I'm going to pause for just a minute because Betsy can't listen in, And I'm going to put this up on the screen in hopes that she can actually dial in. She's our user that was a little bit late. Oh, she says she's got that. So we're going to give her just a couple more minutes to call or use the internet feature. That's one of the downfalls of coming in a little late. I think I have determined that the phone number, even though it changes, would be consistent. So as I send out the next invite, I'm just going to have the phone number, either this 213 or the 800 number, consistent. Good time to ask questions, anyone that has, oh, there's my buddy Mike Levine. Welcome, Mike. Glad to have you with us. So anybody have any questions at this point that I could talk about? So far, for those of you that have just come on, we have done a short video intro to through texting. Of course, I talked a little bit about how I fit into the picture of iMobile Innovations and how I look forward to working with each of you. Next, I went into IHawk, and I was able to share the dashboard so far and a little bit of the help videos. Next, I went into the keywords and what they all mean. And now I'm going to go back into IHawk, and I'm inside a campaign that people can see. So hopefully everyone, feel free to give me a shout out on the chat that you guys can hear and the new people are on. All right, so when we build a campaign, we can have it as many campaigns as we like. I know, Nicole, you're going to love that because I see you rotating them very easily. Each campaign is driven by a keyword, and so it's defined by the word that is text to 87804 that kicks on this campaign. It's fantastic. And when you make it active, obviously it's going to be able to be working. But if you ever want to make it inactive, that keyword then becomes available for you to build a new campaign on, which is very cool. So if I went inactive here, and then I saved it, just going to show you this real quick because I think many of you will do that. It put that into an inactive status. And so if I wanted to create a new campaign, that IMI Grow is now available. Okay, so by making it inactive, you have that keyword available to you. I'm going to pull it out of inactive by going and editing it and moving it back to an active status. Now, when I started this, I created a group within IHawk called Partner Referrals. But if I wanted to create a new one, I could say Leads from Partners. It's the same thing. And when I hit Save, anyone that texts IMI Grow to 87804 will be able to, I'll be able to see all of them in this group. And I'll show that to you when we get to contacts up here. Now, the most basic of all the campaigns that you can build is a response message. When I do the IHawk 201, I'll teach you how to create a contest. This is phenomenal when you're at a trade show. I did a trade show helping soldiers get jobs in our community. I simply had them text a particular keyword to 87804. I ran the contest at the show. I picked my winner, and I texted everyone in the group who won. And, of course, I captured everyone's information. It was absolutely phenomenal. Another thing that you can do in IHawk is you can create a mobile coupon. We've seen that on the front page of iMobile Innovations right here. An example of a mobile coupon is this one right here. Let's see if I can hold it. This is what you can do with a mobile coupon. So if you share this with a restaurant, they can create a mobile coupon with my help right here. It's just phenomenal. But today we're going to stick with the basics. This is IHawk 101. And we're going to create a response message. When I pull that up, this box is empty, and I get to define what goes in here and what people see. So the response message for IMI Grow says, click below to share the mobile revolution, and I dropped the video in from IHawk. Now, how did I find that video? I went straight to our website. I pulled the video that I wanted. I clicked the share button right here, and I copied let's see, let me slow down. Oops, we don't want to hear that. Let me go back. I went to the website. I took this button right here, the share button. I then right-clicked on the URL. I copy the URL. Let's see. Get video URL. Okay. And then I went over to my IHawk and I dropped it in here by pasting it in. Now when people receive that message, it looks like a link. And when they click on the link, they go straight into the video and they can watch it, which is fabulous. So all of you that are on, most of you that are on this call, texted IMIGROW to 87804 and received this message. For those of you that are taking notes or haven't done that, feel free to do so. It's you start a text, you type in the to number of 87804. You then go down to the text message section and you type the words IMI, short for iMobile Innovations, IMIGROW. All one word, not case sensitive. Hit the send button and you'll see the same campaign, which is cool. All right, so that is how we can use this response message. I always like to put my name again. I always like to put my phone number in case people are link sensitive. I included my email address in this one so people could email me. Since I'm going on vacation, I'm going to want to communicate a lot by email and text. Hopefully not talk too much and annoy my family. So any questions about the response message? Because this is the place where you have 160 characters to communicate your message to the world. Anybody have any questions? During IHawk 201, I'll show you how to shorten a URL. Many of you know how to use bit.ly, a tiny URL. But if you only have 160 characters and you're dropping in a link to an MLS and it's 160 characters long, obviously you're going to want to shorten that URL before you embed it in our program. So the sky's the limit here, guys. You can do anything you want, as deep and as wide or as simple as you possibly can think of. Betsy had a question. She said when she put in the inactive status, the keyword became available for others. That's a really good question. It does not. It only becomes inactive within your system because you've purchased it. And the only way the rest of the world would be able to do it is if you went in and edited, Betsy, to a different word, then it would be open to the universe. So that is a really, really great question. Any other questions? That's excellent, Betsy. Good one. In fact, I think you're the first person that's asked that. You're a natural. All right, guys, I'm going to keep moving forward. Anytime I teach you how to build a campaign, I always want you to uncheck this button right here. The line says, only allow response message to be sent once per phone. If you're anything like me, we like to test these things. And if you go to test it and it just isn't coming through to your phone, it's probably because you accidentally still have this button checked. How do I know that? Because that's exactly what I did when I was playing with this system. I couldn't get it to come through, and I was sitting on my porch for a minute just walking away from it, and I realized that that button right there was checked. When I unchecked it, all my text tests had come through. So the next thing is the already subscribed message. If you uncheck this button on a regular basis and you want to put something in there, you can. But I always leave it blank because my theory is less is more, and you only want to communicate, on a small basis. So they're going to get the MMI message, and they're going to get this message. You probably don't want to put anything in the already subscribed message. Just a best practice I use. As I move further down, it says additional options, and this is one of the strongest features of iMobile Innovations. When somebody texts your keyword to 87804, you get notification for it either in your email, on your mobile phone, or straight into the URL of your CRM system. And I highly recommend that you always turn it on to your phone, whether it's your mobile business card because they all become an easy push of a button to communicate to that person and to save to your contacts. Some of my mortgage lenders are not out in the field a lot, so they love to have it come to their email because they're checking email throughout the day. Personally, I want to rid the world of email and spam. If I was a superhero, I would be the spam fighter. So IHawk and iMobile Innovations allows me the privilege of being able to do that because people are opting in. So always, always, always put it to your cell phone. If you don't like it, just simply uncheck this button, but I think it's super cool. Any questions about that before I move forward? Because this is exactly the place where you capture your leads. Nicole, when we build your campaign tomorrow that is specific to your listings, we're going to make sure that that feature's turned on. And if you have an assistant helping you, you can have it go to both your cell phone and to the assistant's email, so every single lead is being called immediately. Mike Levine's on the call, and he uses a lot of his text mobile marketing for the rentals. He's got both. So he represents buyers, sellers, and he has an amazing proportion of his business in rentals. So if a new person comes on, he's going to want to call them and welcome them into the system. So that's why this is a really great feature to turn on. Any questions about that before I move on? Because that's the money, guys. It's the money maker. All right, I'm going to keep moving forward until I hear from you. The next thing I want to show you is I've got a drip on this campaign. It's what we saw in my dashboard. And 6 days after somebody texts IMIGROW, they get a message from me that says, I am glad that you attended our last virtual open house. Hope to see you again Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Now, I enabled this drip when I created that last week. It's not as applicable as I move forward because next week I'm not going to do these. So I'm going to uncheck that feature. It goes away, and it's no longer active for that campaign. It's as simple as that. The next thing, Betsy Ann mentions drips are great for follow-ups and reminders. Absolutely. This is a marketing girl after my own heart. When you build this, you don't have to think about it anymore. So a good example of a drip could be that Mike Levine, I'm going over there tomorrow to not only talk about ways that we can help all of you grow your business and share it, but also to enable Betsy Ann in his office to grow. Thank you, Betsy Ann. I will probably build a drip for them. And here's an example. You could do 11 months after somebody enrolls. You could call it a renewal reminder. And the message could be, it's almost been 1 year since you moved in. We would love to keep you in this beautiful home. Call our team to renew your lease or something like that. Now, Betsy Ann's going to know that every single person that comes on as a new renter, she's going to have them text a certain keyword to 87804, and this is done. She knows they're going to get it, which is phenomenal. So it's going to be built and done and easy as she moves forward. All she has to do is check her calendar, make sure it's there. So I'm going to turn those off. Any questions about dripping? All right, the next thing I'm going to talk about is forward to a friend. The forward to a friend feature allows you to forward it to other people. I've got a Looney Tune bird in my area, of course, because I'm doing this call. People are trying to feed him. I apologize for the noise. Hopefully you guys won't tease me too much about that. Forward to a friend allows you to, it has an automatic message in here, and I tweak it a little bit to say to invite people to our weekly webinar, and I put in the date. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off and save that for our 201 message just for time. We only have about 15 more minutes. And as I hit save, All those changes are automatic. All right, the next thing is I'm going to talk about any questions about campaigns before I move on to messages. All right, we're going to go to the message feature, and I'm going to show you how to send a message to the people that are in your IHawk. After they've opted in, they become part of your contacts, which we'll go to next. And to send a message, you can do it either immediately or do it in the future. So I'm going to send a message. I'm going to go into my contacts. I can choose an individual, choose my daughter, or I can choose a group. Not or. In this case, I'm doing and. So I'm going to text my family. Just by clicking by the button, everyone that's in my family group will get the message. And then finally, I could also do a keyword. I'm not going to choose that in this case. And then the next thing is that you're going to go to messaging. And then I'm going to do the basics today just to create a custom message. And I'm going to say, hi, everyone. I am at the beach. Hope your day is going great. And I go by the nickname Shell. I'm going to send it immediately. This is automatically defaulted to send immediately. And then I'm going to hit review and send. I've got 7 people in the group. And when I hit send, it automatically pulls them out. I used up all my text again this morning. So typically, if I was doing this and I wanted to purchase more text credits, I could push this button right here and drop more text messages into my balance. Of course, I'll do that off the call so y'all don't have my credit card number. Betsy, any questions about how to send an immediate message before I answer Betsy's question about the drips? That's just a real simple boom, boom, boom. I want you to think of contacts as individuals, groups as the next larger circle, and keywords as the largest of all the circles. Once you combine, you do one or the other. You don't usually do all 3. All right, so Betsy's question was, are drips only for text messaging? And the answer is no. We have drip messaging built in both video, email, and in text messaging. Or, of course, you're welcome to, and when we get through Active Salesforce, we're going to be creating the drip automatically using our system. So I highly recommend that you, use all of this to create your drips. Does that answer your question, Betsy Ann? Awesome. Awesome. Any other questions? These are good. Nicole, you got to have some questions at this point. Maggie hasn't nagged me yet either. Woohoo! All right. The next thing I want to do is show you how to do a schedule message, because I think this is one of the coolest features that we have. When you hit the schedule button, a little pop-up comes up with a calendar. And I'm going to choose tomorrow. And I can move this dial to whatever time I want. So let's just say it's 2 p.m., 2:22. So for all you marketing men and women out there, you know how cool this could be if we just play on it, right? And let's say I actually pick 7:22 at 2:22 in the afternoon. I'm just being silly, but it's as easy as that. Very robust. I'm going to send it one time, but if I wanted it to repeat, I could just do it here. Here's another example of a drip that we could build for a scheduled message. And I'm going to send this. I'm not even going to choose a contact because I'm out of credits, but I could choose an individual to send it to if I had an appointment, for instance, on July 22nd at 2:22 in the afternoon. That's about when I'm meeting with the Republican National Party, Mike, if you're on. That day, I'm meeting with the RNC, so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to create an appointment for that meeting. I'm not going to choose a group. I'm not going to choose a keyword. And I'm going to go straight into messages. In this particular case, I want to show you my templates that I've created. So one of the things I like to do is, let's see, this one's kind of neat. It says, hi, first name. So as long as I have a first name loaded, I can, it'll automatically drop in. I'm psyched about your mobile marketing. Let's chat again. And that placeholder appointment automatically drops in 7/22. And then it says, and tweak some things. Think of who is worthy of sharing this with. I'll take them through the benefits. So this is an example of one that I would send to you guys as we got further along and invite you to share me with others. But it automatically has a placeholder in it for first name and the appointment time, which is really cool. Again, well, I'm going to get deeper into the templates and everything on IHawk 201, but that is an example. I'm going to go ahead and choose that for my message. When I click the reminder button, I can either send it on time, but because this has an appointment in it, I can actually send it 30 minutes before, a little reminder that says you've got this same message will come to them 30 minutes before 2:22, which is very cool. So this is excellent if you have showings, for instance. You want to text somebody the time and date of your showing. This is great if you want to plan a rally for the Republican National Party. We're going to show them how to drop in this feature, not only for the first names, but also for the date and time of the rally, and send them a reminder a couple hours before to invite their friends and get them down to the rally. So these are really cool features. And I'll go into them more, of course. And then when I go to review and send, it's got 6 recipients receiving 1 message, and there's some drips in here, so it's a total of 28 messages. Obviously, I'm not going to send that right now because I can't. But let's, anybody have any questions about scheduling a message for a future time? Really cool feature. You can play with this. Send them to yourself so you can see how they look like, what they taste like. In order to get the place settings, you go to, let me show you how to get to those little placeholders. You can either type them in, or under message templates, when you create a template, they're located right here on the right. All the different placeholders that you can use. Awesome. Mike Levine sees, great. I know, he's got so many things that we're going to be able to build for his company. It's going to be incredible. I really look forward to meeting Betsy Ann tomorrow. And Mike, I will be there at 7, God willing. All right, everybody. So that is messaging. I'm going to get into contacts because we only have about 7 more minutes left. I welcome you to watch the contacts video, but I just want to show you how many different groups that I have. Groups are the key to your success. So when I first started, I ended up putting all my prospects in a group, and since then I've kind of turned those off. But I've got 1,000 people in that one. And I created a bunch of groups that I was messing with, and you really can't delete them, but you can make them inactive or active. And as we get further along, you can see that each of the cities that we've been in, I created a group for. So let's just choose Denver. And these are the 12 people that are active in Denver. Some of them are on this call. And so Bart Rice, as a matter of fact, he's left us. So I just changed. I made sure he didn't want to type stop, but I made sure his phone number was inactive, so he's not getting messages from me. Okay, so that's kind of cool. There's so many things that you can do, and I'll teach you how to move contacts. But in order, the best practice is to create groups by going to groups, create group, call this realtors. You create the group, and you find it, and you want them to opt in. You use that group in your campaign so that everybody that texts to that number automatically drops into that group. Now, sometimes people will tell me that they've loaded people into their IHawk, and that's a no-no. I mean, it's really not a good idea. You could do it if they're your clients and you're very clear to them the first time you text what it's about. Okay, so I'll get into that in 201, but I want everyone to use groups within the campaigns so that they're having people opt in. Okay, don't start uploading people because it's just not a good practice. All right, 5 minutes later, I'm going to go into reports. When I click reports, it shows all the sent messages. Here's the ones that I did, and see how they're time and date stamped? This is a phenomenal, absolutely best practice for our loan officers that send messages to people. They can send messages to their current clients that are working loans, and they can see that the message actually went out. So, for instance, Nick McCutton and I are going to be, he's probably on this call. He sends out messages to his current clients, and he can see that his team did it. So his best practice is to let them do the work, and then he just goes in and trusts and verifies that it's been done, which is awesome. I know that that's something that Mike and Betsy Ann will do too, which is great. All right, so that is reports. Also, I can see any messages that I've received, and these are how the groups that I've created. And then the next thing is the message ledger. It's kind of just combined. This is like the text that I've dropped in. Okay, under admin, we've got just a settings. This is our MMI message that can be changed. I like the number 4. I think it's a nice, easy number that doesn't scare people away. But if you guys want to change that, this is the place to do it. Just move it right there and hit save. Users, you cannot change. That's through our system. Everything's driven by your email. The help button is available for you to email our support team. Let's go straight to our wonderful Chelsea Springer and the rest of the people up at our corporate office in Rochester, New York. And, of course, the help videos. So I only have a couple more minutes. I'd like to open the floor for any questions. You guys text in anything that I haven't covered. I will have the IHawk 201 2 weeks from today. Let's see what the date of that is. I can't do it on the 21st, but I will do it on the 28th. Same time, same bat channel. Yeah. I'll do it on Monday the 28th, I believe, from the beautiful state of the Finger Lakes, upstate New York, while I'm on vacation. 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Any questions? This has been a great call. I'm so glad to have all of you on, and the new folks. If you text in your cell phone number, I'll follow up with you. Of course, this is private. You can send it directly to me. Not everyone has to see it. Scott has a question. What are the fees for this service? Woohoo! I love that question. IHawk is not broken out, Scott. We do it as an entire package, and the entire package is less than $700 to get started, and that includes all my coaching, and then it's only $64.95 per month. So I think all of you that have had my help would say that that is a phenomenal investment. And Scott, I look forward to following up with you. If you want to give me your cell phone number, of course, I'll walk you through individually how it'll work for you. And if anyone wants to shout out why if it's a wise investment to Scott, share what you guys want. I think you can see each other's chatting on it. I would say that one of the things that is different than with this program than any other, and not to toot my horn, my goal is to have one of me in every major city, but having that one-on-one coach, that marketing person that can help you use the system in the first 30, 60 days, the reason that I do that is because I want to earn your referrals. So by being awesome and helping you to get it going, that's exactly why you want to share me with your friends. If it was only a small amount of money, there's no way I could help. In fact, that's how I got started 2 years ago, Scott. I paid a little bit less, not much less. I think I paid $4.99, and there wasn't anyone to help me. So I hope that helps. Mark Nagy said, great job, always fun to ride sidecar. Now, come on, I want you to do a shout out on the value, though. I appreciate you complimenting me, Batman. We have a lot of fun. Mike Levine says, we all need to communicate with our customers and prospects, and iMobile is a great way to communicate in the way that consumers want to receive it. Absolutely. And Mark Nagy says it's priceless. We know that there's a convergence in communication onto our cell phones, Scott. If we wait for somebody else to do it for us, not only is it going to cost more money, but they're going to do guerrilla marketing. When you own IHawk, you control the message, you control the frequency, and you control who it goes to. And I think that is priceless. My goal, like I said, is to rid the world of spam. And so if indeed people get on the system and just start blasting stupid stuff like, hey, I'm at the bar, or it's 3 o'clock in the morning and they blast their people, they're going to get shut down. IHawk has the ability to immediately stop them, which is just phenomenal. I wish somebody would do that with my 3 o'clock emails from people I don't care for, right? Nicole wrote out that she just is enjoying it tremendously. I can't wait for y'all to see her. Nicole, while you're on the call today, is it okay if I share your video email with people tomorrow? You want to write in and let me know if that's cool? Awesome. She said, for sure, guys, wait till you see this. It'll blow you away. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up now, and I welcome all of you to invite your friends tomorrow. We're going to cover video email, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, rock and roll. I'm going to be doing this call from Mike Levine's office in beautiful Lake County, Florida. Anybody wants to get out of the, I heard there's a heat wave crossing the United States, and we've got plenty of air conditioning down here. Awesome. Nicole, I look forward to talking to you tomorrow, too. You guys have a wonderful day. Any other last questions before we close up? Carla, I'll follow up with you if you provide me some way to. Let me put my contact information back up on the screen. That's my email address and my phone number. And you're welcome to call me, text me, email me. I do have another call starting in just a few minutes, but I don't want to let this opportunity go to get you guys signed up if you want to join. Or maybe you have. I know that we were just in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and I just got the list this morning, so I'll be calling those folks in just a little bit. More than likely, that's you. All right, Betsy Ann, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye, Mark. Bye, Mike. Bye, Scott. Bye, Mary Ellen. I'm off, my love.
For the rest of the day?
No.
You see what's happening?